Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're doing another manga review. Today we're looking at Slam Dunk again, and we're still on volume 2. This is chapters 19 through 21. This is by Takehiko Inoue. This is published by Panini Manga Mexico. This is a Mexican edition. There you go, that's Panini, and there you go, it says Mexico right there in the back. This is a shonen, it's a sports series, it's basketball specifically, and of course it has a lot of romance to it. It almost feels more like a slice of life story where the hobby ends up being basketball, but then you actually get like basketball games, and those are pretty seriously like a sports manga, right? It does have an adaptation. You can watch one of them on Netflix. The rating for this arc is a 4 out of 5 for me. I think it's good, but it's not necessarily like super special. It's just a good transitionary one from, Sakuragi accepts his role as a basketball player into he plays his first game, right? So this is kind of like just getting to that point, and this is a transitionary arc through it. The premise is pretty simple here. Sakuragi has affirmed he's a basketball player, and now he has to learn a layup so that he can actually do something on the basketball team, right? And that's basically all that this book, this portion of the story is about. So in terms of plotline, after his massive battle with Ayota to affirm his basketball player status, he goes off to practice. Akagi and Kaede and Ayako know that he affirmed his status, right? And so they kind of take it easy on him a little bit. They are happy with his resolve, with his interest, right? And then Akagi kind of, is happy with Sakuragi. And he kind of tells him, good job, like, it took you long enough to get here, right? And then Coach Enzai shows up, and he says that Sakuragi has to learn how to shoot now so that he can become a relevant player on the team, right? Because he's not really good at anything yet. He has a lot of physicality. He is a very athletic person, but he doesn't have any of the skills necessary to go anywhere on the team, right? And so he has to start with a layup, and he thinks it's easy. He thinks it's a basic shot, right? Something that anyone can do. And when he tries it, well, he can't, because it's a very hard thing to do. He doesn't have the right technique, right? And so he's constantly overshooting, and he gets Rukawa to demonstrate. And because Rukawa does it immediately and perfectly, Sakuragi gets mad at him. They start fighting, and then later, a different day, I think Haruko shows Hanamichi how to practice. She catches him practice in the morning, and then she helps him out. She gives him kind of an idea, right? She's like, I'm not good at sports. Actually, she says that she was in the basketball team, but she was pretty clumsy, so she wasn't that good on it. But she was very good at layups, at least, right? And so she shows him how to do it, and she tells him, you're pushing the ball too hard at the end. You're not letting it go. You're like throwing it, and that's the issue, right? And so he tries it this way. He makes it go in gently. He softly scoops it into the basket, and he finally makes the shot. And he's quite happy about this. And if I remember correctly, Rukawa actually sees him practicing. And I think he might have also seen him finally make the shot. And this is basically the end here. This is going to lead us into the first game against Ryoinan in the next arc here. But like I said, very small. In terms of characters, there's really no changes here. Sakuragi learns a bit more about basketball. He and Haruko have a moment together, but it doesn't really get romantic. It's not that sort of thing. It's more of a friends helping friends kind of situation. And it's quite good. I actually really enjoyed this in terms of like that development. It's nice that, Takehiko Inoue is interested in exploring this like romantic infatuation that these characters have, but he doesn't do it to the point of like ridiculousness. He makes these characters kind of have a meaningful relationship. There might be a romantic development that comes out of this later, but right now, this is just two friends figuring out how to help each other, right? And I like that. In terms of world building, not much. He just gets taught basics. We don't learn anything else about anything, but we do learn the basic form about doing a layup, right? In terms of artwork and fan service, there's no fan service in this one. The artwork's actually really, really amazing. There's a few color pages at this point, and they're quite nice. And the grayscaling is really bad. I did not like this at all. It was very distracting because I think it's the scans that were used. Because when it's in color, it looks really good. When it's in black and white, it looks really good. But the scans for the color portions look atrocious. Like they're so bad. And I think it's because the color balancing is off. And that might be because of the way that Takehiko Inoue paints. Like, I don't know the medium he uses. I assume watercolor, but it ends up kind of looking really muddy when it's in grayscale. And it just looks quite bad. So, I wish there was a different edition of this where all of those color pages that are blacked out would be in color, or that they were recolored so that they were in the original black and white before the color aspect. Because it's really bad when you're reading this really high quality series and then suddenly the art quality just tanks because of this grayscaling. So yeah, ratings wise, 4 out of 5. I think it's good. I really enjoyed it, but it's nothing special. It's just better than your average arc. Like when I compare it to other things, right? And I'm also someone that isn't that harsh about this stuff. My average rating for stuff is a 4. So, you know, take it how you will. You might not find this that interesting. I don't think it's that interesting either, but it's very well done. Technically, it is a good, you know, storytelling bit. So I quite liked it. And that's a 4 out of 5 for me. So that's it for this arc of Slam Dunk. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.